But you know what? I think that what I will say is that what we saw yesterday is that, as I've already said, Cunha and Mbeumo and the upgrade. I also thought the intensity was really good. I also thought the mentality was really good. When we went 1-0 down, the heads didn't drop. And a lot of those players are heads droppers. You know, Luke Shaw played in the 7-0. Bruno played in the 7-0. A lot of these players played last season in the bad results. So the mentality was a lot better. And the intensity, when you think about one game a week, the intensity should be able to, I mean, look, in short, I'm looking at Fulham next week. And I'm slightly concerned, but very excited, because I'm like, I've seen Man United so many times. I mean, I always use this example because it's the best example. You're 2-0 down at the Etihad and Man City are going to win the league. You come out second half, you beat them 3-2 and you blow them away. Pogba inspired, brilliant performance. The following week, you're at Old Trafford against West Brom, who are going to get relegated, and you lose 1-0. That's what terrifies me about Man United: inconsistency. So next week against Fulham, I want to see that performance and I want to see a 3-1 win. What worries me is that we don't replicate it. We play absolutely shit and we draw 1-1. So I think that's the challenge for United next week, is to take what we saw yesterday, bring that intensity, bring that mentality, and beat them and be better than we were against Arsenal and not make the mistakes at the back. And that's the exciting and challenging thing. And I think it's just, this is why I'm glad football's back, because there's just so many things that we can talk about now. But we have to solve the transfers. In 2 weeks' time, the transfer window's shut, and I'm probably starting the show talking about Bruno needs to be more disciplined. He's everywhere and nowhere. But honestly, we have got time and we should be utilising that time. And it's scary to me that we've got people in charge who are going to walk on thin ice when they could, you know, just bungee jump over, not bungee jump, just swing over it and get to the other side. And that to me is a midfielder and a goalkeeper. So what do you think is going to happen? I mean, I genuinely, look, I'm sure you're the same as me. And obviously doing these shows, especially the news show, you do a lot of research for the hour or two before. I'm looking around, and apart from the speculative people who don't know anything, the people who do know things aren't saying anything. David Ornstein saying Wharton and Yilman are very difficult to do. Fabrizio saying we don't know yet what Man United are going to do. In a goalkeeper, you've got Amrin saying, and everybody's saying if Onana doesn't go, they won't get a goalkeeper. So look, we're back where we've always been, whether you like it or not. The reason we're not getting a goalkeeper is because Onana and Binder won't go. So you end up with Binder in goal, making a mistake, and then Onana comes back and he makes mistakes. United, for whatever reason, have spent £200 million, but have backed themselves into a corner where one of the most important players on the pitch we can't improve on. And when you look at the game yesterday, I was talking to Robbie about this on DR Sports this morning when we were doing the Premier League review. He said, I saw your video last night on that Sport Ball saying Man United, Arsenal were unlucky. So Arsenal were lucky. And I said to him, well, you were. And I went, but before you go off on one, listen to what I said on the video. Arsenal were lucky. You were lucky you played a team that wasn't ready for the start of the season. And he said, what do you mean? I said, you're ready. You've got a very good team. Zubamendi's been there for weeks. Gyökeres has been there longer than Šeško, and you were ready to go. You played a Man United side that hasn't got a goalkeeper and hasn't got a midfielder. And why did you win the game? Because of the goalkeeper. So that's what I mean. You were lucky. If you had played Spurs, they would have been more ready. I don't think you'd have beat them. If you'd played bloody Crystal Palace, I don't think you'd have beat them. But you played a team that wasn't ready for the start of the season, and the goalkeeper cost us the game. And that's why you were lucky.